Okay, we got some more information on this whole Lighthouse Keeper extortion thing, event, whatever you want to call it, that's going on in the Tarkov economy right now. So this has been going on for 2 days now, maybe a day. I can't really tell. This whole, I don't know, extortion economy wipe event. I'll kind of get into what I'm talking about with the economy wipe there. And I'm not going to go over all of the information on how we got here in this video. I'll link the video right up above to get you the last video I did to get you up to speed on where we're at. So overnight, we now understand what the Lighthouse Keeper is after. So we had a communication that came out where it said we'll know what the Lighthouse Keeper will get what he wants, and it will de-escalate soon after. So as long as he gets what he wants, it'll de-escalate. And there was also some communications where the Lighthouse Keeper was very upset that the traders, that the illegal traders of Tarkov were stepping into his electronics sales, high-end electronic sales. So you had all these crazy barters that were happening out there for different things, and the Lighthouse Keeper wasn't happy about that, so he was going to get his. And how did he do that? Watch the video. It'll show you exactly where we're at today. So we end up getting this image that came through on the www.escapefromtarkov.com/cash page. Now, it used to just have the top band where it said money collected. Now we have this star left to collect. And as you can see, this number is very high. If you add the two numbers together on what we've collected and what is left, it leaves you at 1.5 trillion rubles. I don't know what's going to happen when we hit 1.5 trillion rubles. I would assume we either get the traders back, we get the Lighthouse Keeper back, we get an expansion, we get a wipe, we get nothing. It was all a big ruse. We don't know. But the other thing that changed was this letter. The letter is now different. There's a new page. It has a 600 on the top here written. This was not written before on any of the other pages here. And it reads, I hereby report that since April 20th of this year, there has been a significant aggravation of the situation in the city of Tarkov caused by a conflict between LK, so Lighthouse Keeper, and local representatives of illegal businesses. This conflict led to the almost complete cessation of trade operations on April 27th and the impossibility of future distribution of weapons and medicines, which led to the most difficult situation in the area of responsibility. So basically, that was the traders leaving. Couldn't get meds, couldn't get weapons, couldn't get ammo. They all left, and they're gone. We have already taken this necessary measures to resolve the conflict of interests. So, my guess is they went out, asked Lighthouse Keeper, hey, what do you want? Lighthouse Keeper said, I want 1.5 trillion rubles. So now we're collecting. It is expected that after the fulfillment of conditions set by Lighthouse Keeper, the tense situation will normalize significantly quicker. The individuals with whom cooperation is currently ongoing, as well as other local businesses, are expected to have Their activities restored immediately after the conflict is resolved. So you pay up, you do your thing, you go to your scav case, you give the money that you need. We collect 1.5 trillion rubles. We get back to normal. And I'm out a bunch of rubles, and if I'm not paying, I'm running raids and I'm losing stuff because I have no traders. So at the bottom, it says May 1st. It's interesting. Deputy head of the Department of Control and Supervision of the area of responsibility of the UNTAR contingent. Okay. So, what does this all mean? Where are we at? Well, in my opinion, we are at a economy wipe. For some reason, the devs feel like there is too much gear / too much money in the game right now for whatever it is they are looking to do next. So if that's bringing the new trader, bringing the rogue bosses, wipe the game, and I don't know why wiping the game would matter, but do it in a complete wipe, there's too much money in the game. Now, I could see this being true as if on that date, so we're collecting all this money, and how fast can we get to 1.5 trillion rubles? At the rate we are going today, we would get there the beginning of May. So like May 4th or 3rd or 5th, somewhere in there. It says May 1st on the paper. Maybe that's the date they thought we were going to be able to hit this, or that's the day they just say we got to it. Because who really knows? Like, that number is arbitrary. We could have already hit it and we wouldn't know. Only BSG knows if we hit that number. So they can sit that number at whatever it wants and just say, oh, we're not there yet, we're not there yet, we're not there yet, until the date that they want it to happen. So that May 1st date at the bottom and the 600 written on the top of the page. So if we go back to this 600 and that May 1st at 6 a.m. could be when we get the next thing that we are going to get. That could be what we are looking at on this page, and that is the numbers. The conspiracy that we're looking inside of here is that could be the time frame that we look to get the new thing. Maybe the rogue bosses. I'm thinking rogue bosses. And the reason why I'm thinking rogue bosses is more on the line of, we just shrunk your stash down, so you're kind of hungry for gear, so you want to go out there and farm these new rogue bosses. We've gotten rid of the mid-tier and some of the high-tier people's cash in order to get the things back to buy. That way we're not just buying all the top-end gear and just running over the rogue bosses. I would also think you would want to test these bosses, and you don't want to wipe. You don't want to set this all the way back and do a wipe here, because you want people to be able to farm those bosses. If I wiped, I'm not going to know how these bosses interact, and with all the new changes that I'm doing, I won't know what I need to change. But if I do the event, I put them in the game, I do an economy wipe, I shrink the amount of gear that's in the economy, I shrink the amount of money that's out of the economy, I make it worthwhile to go out and farm these guys, and I make it more difficult, then I have a couple of weeks of content here that's keeping the main players happy with something to do, and then I learn what I need to change, and that all comes out in the patch. When I fully expand Lighthouse, when I fully expand to the new trader, when I give maybe Streets of Tarkov, I don't know, don't hold your breath, but I give the full expansion at that time. So I think we might see something in the beginning. We're going to see something in the beginning of May, based off of how fast we are accumulating the rubles, if that number is true. That's the big if. Like, they could be manipulating that number however they want. So that when they want us to hit that amount of rubles, we hit that amount of rubles. Just how it is. Like, we will never know that actual number and how fast that happened, or if it really did happen. So that's what I think is going on from the information that we have today. This has been interesting and fun to follow. It's been a lot of speculation. And the sad part is I'm not even playing the game right now. I'm just following this lore and trying to see what's going to happen next, because I'm not max level. I don't have max traders. I'm trying to hold on to everything that I possibly can. I filtered a little bit of money through my scav case, but I'm trying to hold on to it to see what happens next. Let some of the other guys throw in there. I'll probably go in and at least give maybe $1 million to the cause, but I don't know. We'll see. I am Ender. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Check us out. We're going to be starting a new podcast called the Scav Report Podcast. I'll have some of that. That's where we're going to go over all of this information that we have in more detail than the videos that we're putting out here. I'll also have my co-host with me, the JT3 Gamer, and we'll be able to go over some of the new things that new players in Tarkov will want to talk about, and also some of the news that's going on in the game. Thanks again. I hope your raids are going well. I hope you hang on to those rubles. Find some gear that you need out there with your scavs. Have a great day. Peace. I'm out.